Okay, I never knew how much stuff we had until I started pulling everything out. So next is our geography and history. This year we are doing Confessions of a Homeschooler, Road Trip USA for geography. So far, the kids are loving it. I think she recommends you do a lap book for it, but we turned it into a notebooking thing. And so we're pretty much doing the same thing that you do in the lap book, except we're just putting into notebooks. So we're using that for our geography for this year. So far they like it. Well, Jalen likes it. I'm not gonna say everybody likes it, but Jalen loves it. She loves learning about our country, and that's what I like about it. Because we're doing U.S. history, she does have another expedition. I forgot the name of it, but it's like the world geography. But I like the fact that she also has USA geography. That way we can do it with our history. And this also includes a whole history curriculum in it too. So we're doing that as well. So you can basically say we're doing 2 histories this year. And these are some of the books that we will be using to go along with this history study. We have If You Lived When There Was Slavery in America. We have If You Lived at the Time of the Civil War. We have If You Lived at the Time of the American Revolution. If You Lived in Colonial Times. If You Were There When They Signed the Constitution. I don't know if this one is in there. I doubt it, but I think I had this along with just all the books I got. If Your Name Was Changed at Ellis Island. If You Traveled on the Underground Railroad. I got most of these used on our Facebook homeschool used curriculum thing. I think I probably got all of them for about $15-20, but I picked up 2 that was on the curriculum that I didn't have from Amazon, and it wasn't much because I bought them used. So we have that. Right now she is working on finishing the map skills up for grade 2. We only did a few pages in them, but I want her to, I don't like leaving things unfinished. So we will be finishing this out this year. And after that, we will start the Abeka Our American Heritage map study skills. And we are also working on Abeka 3 Our American Heritage for U.S. history. So this is the 3rd grade one. It's mostly biographies. But she likes it. She keeps coming to me and like, Mom, did you know this? And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I knew. And other times I'm like, no, for real. So she loves learning about that. This is just the quizzes and tests that they have. And then when she's done with that, for her 4th grade history, we will be using this Alabama, It's History and Geography. This is actually the same book I used when I was in the 4th grade. So when I went to the flea market and I saw it, my eyes were like, oh, yay! So I got it from the flea market for like $3, I think, which was a really good find. So I'm really excited about this for her 4th grade history. And we'll probably do U.S. history until 5th grade, and then we will start world history. I want to make sure that we know our history of our own country very well before we move on to everybody else's history. And we will also be, since we live in Alabama, we'll be doing a study on we'll finish up American history, then we'll do Alabama history, and then we'll do the history of our city, so that, you know, they'll know everything they need to know about where they live. And then we'll move on to world history. Also, for her 4th grade history, we're not just doing Alabama history, we will also be doing U.S. history through Easy Peasy, through all-in-one homeschool website. I wanted to get the Abeka, but like I said, this year money is just tight on curriculum. So I will be using the Easy Peasy all-in-one. They have U.S. history on there, and I looked through it and it's the same information. So basically I'll just be using that, probably just be teaching it on my own and using that as a help, and also just going to the library and getting the books that I need. For spelling, right now we use Becca Spelling and Poetry 3. What I do, I don't do it like Becca does it. I take each list that she's on and I put it into spellingcity.com, and she learns her spelling words through that website, and she also takes her tests and everything on there. Once she has, I used to test her and grade her, but it used to frustrate her when she didn't get a 100 because she's a perfectionist. So now what I do is, when she does her test on Spelling City, if she gets them right, I take the words off the list. I leave the ones on the list that she didn't get right, and then I just go and add more from the next list. So like right now she's on list 5, but I just started adding some words from list 6 onto there. So we just started doing that, and she likes it a lot better than just doing one whole list and testing it and then just moving on, because I don't want to test her and then she gets it wrong and then we just move on to the next list. I want her to actually learn how to spell all of the words that are on the list. So when she's done with that, I picked up this from School Aids for $9.99. This is spelling, I don't know what company it says, Core Skills. Oh, Houghton Mifflin, the Harcourt. So this is spelling, grade 4. I mostly got it for the words. I'll just say that. I don't know. I'll probably have her do the worksheets, but we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put them in on spellingcity.com, and that's where she will do most of her spelling words. But I mostly will be using this for the words, the list of the words that they have. And that's for spelling. Okay, next we have our Black History subject. For Black History, we will be doing the Who Is or Who Was series. I love these books. The kids love them. We did a unit study on Walt Disney before we went to Disney World last year, and we used the Who Is Walt Disney book, and the kids loved it. So I figured, you know, for Black History, we can just pick different people to do little unit studies on with our with the Who Is series. So this year we will be doing Who Is Barack Obama, Who Is Michelle Obama, Who Is Maya Angelou, and What Was the Underground Railroad. After that, I know we're gonna do Who Was Harriet Tubman, and after that I'm not sure who we'll do next, but that should last us until about December or January. This is Jalen's Black History Journal. It used to be her Got Questions journal, where she used to write down the questions that she had, and I would just be like, write them down, I'll answer them later. But we turned this into her Black History Journal. So while I am reading out of the book, like now we're on Barack Obama. So while I'm reading out the book, they have to answer these questions, and then they have to have a picture that goes with it. So this was hers. She drew a picture of Barack Obama, and she wrote a sentence about what she learned. So that's a picture of her and Barack Obama that she drew. And so that's what we'll be doing. I already wrote out the questions and everything for them. We've only done 1 week of it so far. So that's the plan for Black History for this year. Next is typing. For typing, we use the typing instructor for Kids Platinum. We used it last year, and they only do about 30 minutes a week, so they're still not done. They have a lot to do on there. So that's what they'll still be working on this year. We'll just go through it until they complete the whole thing, and we'll probably just start them over just so they can get better at it. For PE, we use this book, the Ultimate Homeschool Physical Education Game Book. And what I do, they go outside every day. They have an hour of outside time every day in the morning, and then in the afternoon after they're done with their schoolwork, they can go outside and have free play, do whatever they want. But at least once a week, we go to the park and actually do like PE type games. So what I do when I do my lesson plans, I basically read through the book. I mostly start at the table of contents because they have it sectioned off. So where they have basketball games, football games, soccer games. We started with soccer because that's mostly what we play in the backyard because we have a soccer goal back there. And then softball games. See, they have racket and net games, recreational sport games, playground games. Then they have more PE games with the homeschool twist. So these I really like because what the homeschool twist is basically means you only have like 1 or 2 children. So it'll teach you how to play these games with less children. So you don't have to have tons of children to play those games. That's what I like about these games at the end. So that's what we'll be doing for PE this year. They'll also be doing physical fitness tests this year. I started it last year, but we only did it like twice and then I stopped. So this year I want to get them running more and doing like their push-ups and their sit-ups. I was in the Army, so push-ups, sit-ups, and a run is very important to me. So I'm like, get ready, we're about to have PT tests. So so I really want to start doing like the little physical fitness tests. For handwriting, right now she does cursive writing skill book. This is Abeka Writing with Phonics 3. After she's done with this, we will be doing the 4th one. We'll probably stick with handwriting. We'll stick with Abeka for handwriting, like I said, from here on out, as far as for this subject, because I like their style of cursive. For extra, I always pick these up anytime I'm just like, you know, Dollar Spot at Target or Dollar Tree. They always have handwriting. I love to write. Handwriting is very important to me. I don't like it when I see people with horrible handwriting. That's just me. I love for my handwriting to be nice and neat. I want my children's handwriting to be nice and neat. I've always lived by, if I can't read it, it's a 0. So their handwriting is very important to me. I always said if I was a teacher and students turned in their work and I couldn't read it, I would give it back to them or they would get a 0. So they have a lot of extra of these. My mom, she is a retired teacher. She buys these too all the time and gives them to me for the kids. So that's handwriting. For vocabulary, Rico and Jalen are both working on the 2nd grade 240 vocabulary words kids need to know. We got it from School Aid, so it's $12.99. It's actually been sitting around my house probably for about 2-3 years now, and I just decided to pull it out, and they loved it. They work on it together, which I love. And it seems kind of easy to them, but it also, I like it because they get to use words that they don't normally use in their vocabulary. So that's what I like about this. Once Jalen is done with that, I also picked this up for her. It's a Skill Builders vocabulary, so she'll be doing this once she's done with this. And when she's done with this one, I'll probably just go to the teacher store and find a 4th grade vocabulary. I would like to try Wordly Wise, but we'll just see. I'm not sure. Next we have literature. I've always wanted to do literature. This year we finally get to do it, and I am so excited. The kids aren't, but I am. So I picked up a couple of these from Target. They were in the dollar spot for $1. I got this one, and let's see, I have Pinocchio, and I have a lot in my room. There's a lot. But for this year, we're starting off with Little Women. I got the printables from Confessions of a Homeschooler. We just started this, so we've only done the first chapter. But I got the printables for the lap book from Confessions of a Homeschooler. After we are done with Little Women, we will do Pinocchio. The printables for Pinocchio, I don't think she had on Confessions of a Homeschooler. So I got the printables for this from, I think, Teachers Pay Teachers, and it was only like $2. After that, we will be doing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then Charlotte's Web. I already purchased the printables off of Confessions of a Homeschooler. I just haven't printed them out yet. And I also need to purchase the books for those, so I'll be doing that. But it's taking us a while to even... It took us a while to even get through this first chapter because they take so long. Like, I'm telling you, this probably took an hour and a half. No lie. They take so long doing their work. But this year, I said I'm not going to rush them. I mean, take your time. Do, you know, whatever. So it's probably going to take us a while to get through this. But when we're done with this, we will be doing Pinocchio. Yes. You can have that. You want me to open it? You want to share with Audrey? That is so sweet.
Yeah, I can share with Audrey.
Audrey can have one too. Can you go get one for her too? Here you go. All right. That's the thing to spread the cheese. Sorry about that. And so for art, she did start the Abeka Art Projects 3, but we didn't get too far in it. I don't think she likes it, but I see. But it's alright. It's not all that. So this year we are using Confessions of a Homeschooler. I love her stuff. That's why I use so much of her stuff. But we're using her World's Greatest Artists, Volume 1. When we are done with this, we will do the next one. So this one starts off with Picasso. I'm trying to see. Yeah, Pablo Picasso. So basically it'll tell you what to do each lesson, and we'll do like one lesson per week. So I like that. This is the book that goes with it. I haven't purchased the books for the rest of the artists. I don't even, let's see if it has a list of artists in here. Yes. So it has Picasso, Van Gogh, and all of these. Let's see if I can. And that's the plan. August, September, October, November. Even though it's almost the end of August and we've only done, we haven't even started on Picasso, actually. So actually our book came in late. I guess I ordered it late and it wasn't on the Prime, on Amazon Prime. So I had to wait for it to come in, and it just came in last week. So, but we're about to start this week. And what we did, since this wasn't in, we also use on YouTube, there's a channel called Art Hubs for Kids or something like that. We use that as well. So along with Confessions of a Homeschooler's art curriculum, we will be doing the Art Hub. I got the kids each a sketch pad this year because last year we just grabbed a piece of white paper and I probably never saw that drawing ever again. So this year made it a little, a little more professional. They have their sketch pad, and this is what Jalen drew. This is Owlette from PJ Masks. And that's what she drew last week when we did art. So all of their drawings will go in here. I already had to give them a speech about this is not a doodle pad. Don't just come in here scribbling. This is like for art. I told them it's for a grade. They're not getting grades, but I just told them that so they won't doodle in it. And for our foreign language this year, we're going to stick to Spanish because we have been hopping from Spanish. We did French. We did Chinese. We did a lot. So this year I'm like, we're sticking to Spanish, and we're going to stick with Spanish for probably the next 2 or 3 years until they can actually speak it. And I feel confident that, you know, if they hear somebody speaking Spanish, they can kind of tell what they're saying. And then I'll probably let them choose around 7th or 8th grade. Let them choose if they want to do another language. But this is the book that we're using. We've been using this book for a while. The Complete Book of Spanish, grades 1 through 3. And we also have this, which I bought at a used homeschool used curriculum sale. Let's Learn Spanish coloring book. And it was, I think I got it for $1. So that's cute. And also along with these, we use YouTube, just YouTube videos. There's actually a playlist meant for this book. I forget the channel that has it, but it's on YouTube. They have a whole YouTube playlist for that. Along with Spanish, we are doing sign language. Last year, actually the past couple of years, I watched Switch That Birth, and Jalen would come sit next to me and watch it with me, and she thought it was amazing how they spoke sign language for the whole show, and she was like, I want to learn that. So now we're doing Spanish and sign language. The only other subject I think that we are doing is poetry, and for poetry we are doing, my mom gave me a stack full of I'm trying to think of the poet's name. Oh, his name is Michael Wynn. So we have a lot of Michael Wynn poems, and they're very uplifting and positive poems, so I think those will be good options for the kids. So excuse me. So that's pretty much everything for her 4th grade year that we will be doing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have any anything that you want to see more in depth, or anything else you want to know about, just let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will talk to you later.